Last and third way to configure a port analyzer, either span, is ERSPAN. E means encapsulated, then RSPAN we already done it. So this is encapsulated remote switch port analyzer. But before discussing theoretically, I need CSR routers. So from here I will go to CSR router, because you cannot apply these in normal switches. Okay, this is for special type of switches. I will discuss a bit later, but anyhow, because it's taking time to boot up, so I take two CSR router and say save. So this my CSR router 1 and this is CSR router 2. Okay, I just want to connect them, so I connect this by 0/0. Now I need one PC here, so let's take Docker again, tiny core, and just give PC, and let me change them to PC. Yeah, here is okay. So I will connect this to this interface 0/2, and I remove the Windows 7 I will need again. So let me take Windows 7. So I will show you. Let's give them name analyzer, and let's change them to Windows 7 and change them to analyzer, network analyzer, so that I can change the icon. Basically it's a Windows 7, but just for the understanding purpose, so I just want to change them to, yeah, this is the network analyzer, and make them RDP, so that I can copy the data. Otherwise, if it is a VNC, you cannot copy the data, because I will need a Wireshark to install this. Okay, this is the small topology. So let's start them. Start this one, start this one, start this one, and start this one. Okay, and now let's coming to, let's see, I started. So we were discussing ERSPAN. Encapsulated means the packet will be encapsulated. Remote switch port analyzer. This is the third type to configure on Cisco devices. But this feature is present only in iOS XE. And I told you what is iOS, Inter operating system, which is a different operating system Cisco developed for high model router and switches, like ASR router, CSR router, and so many other I told you in first lecture. So this feature is only available in this special type of devices, and also is available on Catalyst 6500 switches. I also told you what is Catalyst. Catalyst was a company which Cisco hired them, and then they changed the name to Catalyst switches and then iOS. So basically ERSPAN is using GRE tunnel to capture the traffic and forward to far away router. So this is specially designed for layer 3 network. The one we done it is mostly for layer 2 network. But if you need a feature to capture the traffic in layer 3 devices, and these special type of devices like ASR, CSR routers, or either Catalyst 65,000 switches, then you can use ERSPAN to capture the traffic. Maybe between the branches. Maybe you have two branches where ASR is connected and you want to capture the traffic from other branch and want to bring them to another branch. Then you have ERSPAN feature available, which is a layer 3 technology. And you can only use them for layer 3 interfaces, because it's not support layer 2 interfaces. I told you this is a special type of another feature Cisco developed them. Now to configure ERSPAN, we need a unique session ID on both router. This ID is just like a remote span VLAN. So we give them VLAN 100 and we also type the same VLAN in other. So here, because there is no VLAN concept, then we will use a session ID, a special type of ID. Then you need to specify which type of data you want to capture. Transmit only, TX, which was in the previous one, and RX means receive only, either both, sending and receiving, transmit and receive if you want to capture that one. Then we will specify destination IP of GRE tunnel to configure. We will see in the lab. I know maybe you will not understand here, but we are just discussing theoretically. Okay, so we need a special type of ID to distinguish them, to capture, and they will give them to the other router that this the ID. If the ID is matching, then they will capture the data and will forward to analyzer. So basically, we will configure source router and then we will configure destination router, because this like a scenario. I want to capture the traffic for this PC. I have a doubt on this PC 192.168.1.2, and I want to capture the traffic for this PC to forward them to far away another branch sniffer, which is 192.168.2.2. So what I will do, I will make a GRE tunnel between CSR1 and CSR2, this interface, which is a public facing interface. So tunnel will start from this interface and the tunnel will end on this interface. This guy will give the traffic to this tunnel. Tunnel will forward to CSR router. CSR router will forward the traffic to sniffer, port analyzer. This is what I want to achieve. So my target PC is this one in one branch, and my sniffer is in another branch. This is the simple mathematics we want to apply to capture this data and send to this one. So let's go there. First I need to some IP schema. So let's go to, suppose 192.168.12.0 subnet 24. This subnet we will use to connect these two interfaces, the public facing interfaces. So this will be a 1 and this side will be 2. Here it's up to you which one you want to use. So suppose I want to use here 1 subnet. Suppose this is 1.1. Okay, and far away Windows 7 is suppose 2.2, which we use there. So let's use the same thing. Okay, first I need analyzer here, Wireshark. Unfortunately my Wireshark is not working, otherwise you can capture directly. You don't need this Windows 7. In my case I'm using, just wasting the resources. So let's go to Windows 7. First I need to install Wireshark here to capture the packet, and also I will apply this IP, and gateway will be this interface. This interface will be, I don't know which interface, yeah, 1 I use. So I will assign 1 here and 2 here. Okay, and here if I assign 1, okay, this is 1.2. 1 will be the interface IP, so it's okay. Let's do it the same. Okay, so I need to go to Windows 7 first, and also I need a Wireshark so that we can see the traffic. So I download Wireshark. Previously this the Wireshark download. Okay, and let's go to Windows 7 test 123, which is our analyzer basically. So what I need, I need to install Wireshark here. So copy the Wireshark here. Okay, until in start, let's start this router as well. Okay, so let me start CSR router 1, type no, and would you like to terminate auto install? Yes, I don't need auto installation. And let's go to CSR router 2. type no and yes. Okay, so these will start, and let's go to Windows 7. Wireshark, next. I don't need npcap, sometimes it will make issue. So install, and let's go to Windows 7 interface until it's come up. So we will assign IP address. So IP address, we say that 192.168.2.2 and gateway will be 2.1. Okay, so let's go to Windows 7 interface. Okay, go to first interface, property, and uncheck IPv6, go to IPv4 and type here 192.168.2.2. gateway is 192.168.2.1. DNS we don't need because we are not going to any internet something. Okay, and it will install. Let's go to CSR router 1. It's okay, yeah, don't be confused because I'm jumping around, but I just want to save some time. So let me change the host name to CSR1. Okay, and do right, and let's go to CSR router 2, enable configuration, host name CSR router 2, and do right. Now let's configure IP schema here, which we decide. So basically, and CSR1, it should be one IP on exit interface. So interface G0 G1. Okay, and IP address 192.168.12.1, 255.255.255.0, no shutdown. Done. And I have another interface which is down one. So interface G2, IP address here 192.168.1.1, 255.255.255.0, no shutdown. Clear? If I say show IP interface brief, so I have two interfaces, G2 is the down one and this the up one. Now the last thing, I need a route, IP route, because it will not work, this packet will not reach there. So I need a default route, IP route. If you have anything, any subnet mask, give it to 1234, give it to 192.168.12.2. who is 12.2? This guy, CSR2. That's it, and do right. Now on the opposite side, I need to configure the same thing. An opposite router 2, CSR router 2 G1. I would say my IP is 192.168.12.2, 255.255.255.0, and no shutdown. Down interface is G2, IP addresses, let me type that IP and just change to 2.2, 2.1 by the way, no shutdown, yeah, which we decide, yes, 2.1. Last but not the least is the default gateway. I would say whatever you have, give it to this guy. Okay, and do right. Let me check out, show IP interface brief. I have two interfaces. Let's ping the opposite router IP 12.1 and also 1.2. okay, 1.2 will not work because I did not assign this IP. So let's go to this PC. Okay, and what I will assign here, okay, sorry, go to control panel, network, and type 192.168.1.2. gateway is 1 and no need of DNS. Exit and exit, and let's go to terminal. 192.168.1.1, okay, which is my gateway, so I can ping the gateway from here to this here. Now from CSR router 2, can I ping? Yeah, so I can ping 1.2 this one because there is a default route, so everything is okay. Now from CSR1, am I reachable to analyzer? So let's try them. 192.168.2.2. So yes, I'm reaching to Windows 7, which is our analyzer. So here is a Wireshark is installed. I don't need route anymore, this one, and go to Wireshark. And I need to capture the first interface, this one, not the 4 one. So capture the interface. There is no traffic. This is the normal traffic, you know, Windows 7 sending, and put ICMP. So no traffic is coming. Just keep aside this one. So Windows 7 is ready. CSR routers are ready, and our IP schema is ready. Okay. Now this is my target PC1. If PC1 want to communicate anyone, send them the traffic all the way to another branch analyzer. This is what I want to achieve as a layer 3. Now I will go to CSR router 1 where the target PC are present. Okay, so my target are here. Target. This is my target. This PC. And analyzer are here. So I will go to CSR 1. Okay, where the target is there. Let me off the capture. Okay, now what I will do, I will say monitor session, and again you can give any. Here you have many up, there only 64. Here we have many option up to 1024. So I say 1, you can take any. Then type is ERSPAN, encapsulated remote span, and question mark. So we have destination and source. So CSR is here now as a source because we want to capture PC1 traffic, not as a destination. So I would say source and enter. Done. This is the first command. Now I would say source interface. Which interface traffic I want to capture? So I will say G02, this one, because PC is connected here. And again same story. How many interfaces? Range command, dash, both, receive only, transmit only, or carriage return. I would say both. We know this thing, so I don't want to explain you again. 2 command. So I told them the source interface, and I say I am a encapsulated remote span source. The traffic will be initiated from here, and then I show them the source interface. Then you need to type no shutdown. This is the command to type them to enable the services. It's not to enable the interface, to enable the services. A strange command. Then I would say destination, where I want to send. Enter. First thing I need ERSPAN ID, which I told you has a unique ID, which has to be the same on other side. So you can give them anything. I say 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 10, 23. You can give any ID, but has to be the same on both CSR router. Then here I will type the IP where I want to send the traffic. So I say IP address, IP address 192.168.12. What was the 2.2. This the analyzer IP. This my destination, yeah. Done. Last thing is here to configure is origin, from where the tunnel will start, because tunnel cannot be made on PC. Tunnel start from here, G0/1 interface, and the tunnel will end on G01 interface. You will get the idea about tunnel. We will discuss this one later in the course. So tunnel IP address is 192.168. It was 12.1. Done. So don't confuse yourself. And this IP, this the destination IP where I want to send the monitored traffic, and origin IP means from where to start the tunnel. So this is my exit public IP. Done here. This the source and exit and exit. Okay, show command is the same. Show monitor session 1. So they say the status is enable. If you did not put the no shutdown, so this will show this the admin is disabled. So no, if you want to enable the services, you need to type no shutdown. They say I will capture the traffic for interface G0/2 and will send to destination far away IP 2.2. MTU is this one, and destination ERSPAN ID is 100, which is a unique ID, and my tunnel will start from this interface. Now let's go back to this router, who is the receiving end. Now how I will configure here? Here I will say monitor session 1. It can be any number. Type ERSPAN, which we done on the other side, but there I type source. Here I will type destination. If you remember, I start from a source. Here I say monitor session source because source was attached here, which I want to monitor. Here I will say destination. I am a destination to receive them. Then no shutdown to on the services. I already told you. Then destination interface is G0/2. This interface. So I'm here. I say if I receive a traffic, I will forward to this interface, this destination interface, and source from where the traffic will come. So I type source and then ERSPAN ID. It has to be the same. Keep in mind 100, which I type there. Where is I type somewhere ID here, this one. So I type the same ID here, a distinguished IP, and IP address to give this traffic is 192.168.2.2, which is a snipper IP. This one. That's it. And exit and exit and exit, and type here show monitor session 1. So admin is enabled. ERSPAN, we say that give the traffic to this interface. IP of this interface is 2.2. Done. Now let's go to analyzer. Again, I don't have any ICMP traffic. If this PC ping this interface, their gateway, he is locally pinging. But if everything is correctly configured, we will receive one copy here, because we tell to this router that whenever PC1 is doing inbound and outbound communication, make a GRE tunnel and take the traffic from here and give it to this analyzer. Even I'm pinging my gateway. 1.1 is my gateway. If everything is okay, I will receive ping here. Look at now. But this ping, look at this, a GRE, generic routing encapsulating. We will do this concept later in the course, but right now you see it's not a normal ping. Then there is a GRE. I don't know it's clear to you or not properly. Let me stop that ping, because he is pinging his gateway. But router we configure CSR that whenever this guy do anything, just GRE, make a GRE and forward to there. That's why we are receiving. For some reason it's not quite clear. So I want to show you this one, GRE. This ping is received throughout GRE tunnel. And GRE, because you don't know, so leave it for now. We will discuss this one. But it's here, you can see this the GRE, and then we have IP which pinging. So 2.2 and 12.1. So you can see different type of IP, because it's a GRE. Inside we have another packet. But anyway, we are receiving when this guy want to communicate with anyone, even his gateway. So we are receiving. If you not sure, so let's do another thing. Let me start a fresh one. And this the interface I want to capture. for ICMP. Right now I have only ICMP. If you have some more stuff, it will capture their traffic as well, and nothing is there. Yeah, whenever this PC start a communication, you will see here all the way, okay, up to this point. And now you can check out here, and if you want to see show interface traffic, which interface we have, show interface G2. So G2, you will see here outbound traffic, this one. Let me capture this one, and let me section here is, so 110 packet. Let capture start something, and let's see. Okay, so packet output, why it's not okay. Yeah, this, then it will not work in this case. Sorry, I put here this one, packets output. Yeah, so now it's 153, and now let's check out again. 1 2 3 4, I send some packet, and now let's see 159, and you can see again. So it's working because on this interface nobody is sending the traffic, but he is sending the traffic from here to here, and I'm receiving here. I show you here it's increasing, and also I show you here as well. So I hope so it's clear to you that how we configure encapsulated remote span.